Breaking: Uproar in Bayelsa as Governor Diri allegedly approves 25 billion naira for new aircraft. All of them want to fly. Whether it's a priority or not, they choose what will make their life more comfortable than what will make the life of the citizens comfortable. The 25 billion aircraft, is it for commercial use or for private use? Is it for the governor? Where is it traveling to? That you want to spend 25 billion naira on an aircraft for a state as poor as Bayelsa State? Not in terms of revenue, but in terms of development. Cannot rate Bayelsa State with all the money coming in from oil derivation and internally generated revenue. The state remain as it was. No movement forward, everything is just stagnated. And the governor, I don't know whether these governors, whether they are bereft of ideas or they don't think, or all they believe is, yes, as the governor, whatever I want to do, I have the liberty to do it without thinking twice. What will be the impact of my actions? Well, a civil society organization, the Bayelsa Coalition for Accountability and Good Governance, has expressed disgust with Governor Diri of Bayelsa State for allegedly approving 25 billion naira for the purchase of a new aircraft. The group, in a statement issued by its spokesman, Mr. Pere Keme Owefa, described the development as reckless, describing the government of Bayelsa State as characterized by fraud, deceit, and excessive borrowing. Owefa wonder why Diri is moving to spend such an amount on a new aircraft when the state is facing a mounting debt profile. Well, they don't care because they are not going to use their money to pay for the debt. They want to accumulate debt for generation yet to born, and the state, instead of moving forward, it is to be paying debt. And at the end of the day, what they are paying debt on, you cannot see anything tangible on the ground. You cannot say, okay, this thing that we are incurring debt upon, this is what will be generating from this investment, and this is what will be coming in to take care of that debt they are putting us. Imagine this 25 billion aircraft. What revenue, how many people are, even if they want to use it for commercial purpose, how many people will be flying within Bayelsa and other locations in the Niger Delta? Or will you be traveling overseas, carrying passengers overseas? These governors, honestly, maybe they need to begin to check the IQ of the so-called elected people in position of authority in this country. Whether by checking the IQ before the election, or by even asking them, checking their profile, what have they done in their own private or whatever, wherever they were working before they think of coming into politics to change the life of the people. Because here they have access to free money and they choose to do whatever they want to do with the money. Undermining what will happen to the state, not thinking of, at least since 1999 in this country, there is virtually no state that you can see has a sustainable thing that is working. Maybe Lagos, maybe Rivers. But there's something tangible that the previous government has done that is bringing revenue, that is adding to the internally generated revenue of the state. No. This one will come, rule for 4 or 8 years. After 4 years, it will leave. Another government will come. There's nothing that is sustainable. There's nothing that is adding value. There's nothing that is generating revenue. Agriculture is there. They are not. They look at it, say like Bayelsa, aquatic state. What are they doing about getting the aquatic space to generate revenue like Norway is doing as a country? But no, it's just to gather, they go there, build mansions here and there, build edifices that will not add any value, putting the state into debt that generation yet unborn will not even be able to pay, and everybody will be lamenting. No industry, nothing. 25 billion. Imagine what that would do to the economy of that state if it is invested in something that is going to add value, that will bring revenue. But well, it is the way they think. They are the governor, so nobody has any idea outside of them. According to the organization, the move is not only ill-timed, but also indicative of the government's disregard for the financial well-being of the state and residents. The coalition also said that the sum of 11 billion had already been purportedly spent on the governor for the same purpose with no visible results. Which result are we looking for? When there's nobody checking anybody in all the political space in Nigeria, at the state level, the governor is in charge of the local government, taking money here and there, spending the way they want. The legislators are there looking at what the governors are doing and nobody's asking. This country, honestly, the more you look, the less you see. Extracts from the statement states like Akwa Ibom judiciously deploy their resources for the benefit of their citizens, while Bayelsa State's resources might have been diverted into the private pocket of the Sapo-born politician and his cronies. This is an addition to bank loans worth about 179 billion taken by the governor with no projects to show for it. The DD administration is characterized by fraud, deceit, excessive borrowings, and squandermania without due process. It is heart-wrenching that Bayelsa State, which ranks third in derivation funds, imagine, third in derivation fund, but there's nothing to show on ground. Third in derivation fund, there's no investment for the future. Third in derivation funds, but there's no plan to grow the state. And it's the second poorest state in Nigeria, when all the people that have been governing the state, is just serve themselves and their families, nothing more. This is pathetic. This is unacceptable, he said. Well, it's only NGOs that will come out and complain. The citizens will not rise up to complain. The politicians will not talk. The religious body will not speak. Nobody is going to complain. They will continue to suffering and smiling, like Fela said. Well, let's hear what the people of the state, their comments on this borrowing, on this jet. They don't care about the economic of the state, ignorantly thinking that the economy can only be built by Mr. President. He can't pay off gratuity that will have multiplier effect on the economy of the state. All is just greed, and greed. This money can rebuild the whole of Bayelsa state economy. These governors are agents of darkness. Maybe they have even sold their soul, so they don't care whatever is going to happen afterwards. This money will have been used to settle gratuity of dying pensioners in the state. You don't know what to do with money and just go to grandstand in a transient office as governor. Of what benefit is the aircraft compared to the land suffering Bayelsans who are in their need of food, shelter, electricity, portable drinking water, and good networks of roads? So sad. The governors are the problems of Nigeria. They lack focus and are wasteful in spending while advising Nigerians to be prudent. Well, they have offered their own advice to the governor. What is your own advice? Kindly make it known as to subscribe, share, and make your comment on this platform. Thank you and